I've eaten today is a bagel this morning, pie at the football, and a squares bar before the run.
My legs are killing me. My calves are so sore and tight.
So it's 8:38 PM and there is nothing I'd rather see at this time on a Sunday evening.
I'm just in pain. I'm just in pain, man.
Good evening. Welcome back to episode 5 of the Manchester Marathon training block. Bit of a different setting this evening. Every single intro that I've done has just been in my bedroom, exactly the same for the last 4 weeks. So I thought I'd spice it up a little bit, but 27th of January. So this week we have got a deload week. Thank fuck for that. But it's just because I'm busy on the weekend, so I don't have time to get a long run in, basically. And to be honest, it probably fits in quite nicely because the last 4 weeks, I've been building my distance up ever so slightly. So I think we've gone from 27k in week 1 to 37k last week in week 4. So I'm sort of like due a deload week, I think. So this week, I think it's a 34 kilometre total week. But this evening, we've got a 50-minute easy run, which is more than I would normally have of an evening. I'm usually about 30-35 minutes. So we've got a 50-minute run just to sort of balance out the distance that I'm going to miss from having a shorter long run this weekend, if that makes sense. But yeah, like I said, 50-minute easy run. Let's go and get it done.
Not even 10 minutes into the run and I've got a beautiful stitch. I haven't had one for like a week and now it's back. And I'm honestly, this is like another thing. I think it's the shoes, man. But like the last 2 runs I've had in these Nova Blast 5s, my feet just hurt so much. I just don't get it. So I think it's got to be the shoes. Because I do all my other runs in Evo SLs. So maybe like the height is different. Too different for my feet to get used to, because I'm just in pain, man. Like it's not like intolerable pain, but it's there. It's like arch pain. I'm not a fan, and it is just so weird because I used the Nova Blast 5s for like all of my marathon block last year and my marathon. So like I don't know what's changed in the space of a year with my feet. I'm just in pain, honestly. I'm just in pain, man. That is the easy run, all done and dusted. Got about 7k done, and it was honestly one of the weirdest runs of my life. I feel like I'm saying that every easy run these days, but like for the first 4 or 5k, just felt like I was getting punched in the ribs because I just couldn't fucking breathe. Like it was so stop-start, I couldn't hold a run. And then after 4 or 5k, that just disappeared. I just don't get it, but that's marathon training for you. It's so odd. Like I know when my legs are fatigued, I know when I'm just in pain, and that was just painful. Like I wasn't fatigued at all, so it's just a weird one, but that's what marathon training does to you.
The next day.
Good morning, friends. It is bright and early on Tuesday morning. It is currently 7:28. Made sure to get up a little bit earlier than usual, or a little bit earlier than last week, shall I say, because I woke up late last week and I ended up getting into the gym for about 8:30, so I didn't really get anything of any substance done. Plenty of time this morning. Hopefully get into the gym for like 8, get a good 45 minutes in. So yeah, let's go to the gym.
content, but yeah, very good session. Did a lot more plyometric kind of work to focus on my calves because they've been quite tight recently. But yeah, just gonna head home now.
Hello, so it is now just coming up to 12 o'clock. I've been working all morning and I've got to get out of my session a little bit earlier today because someone decided to put a meeting in at 2 o'clock. I usually leave my session at like 1, 20 past 1, something like that. But I can't do that today because I've got to be in a meeting. So today's session is a 10-minute warm-up, and we've got 10 by 2 minutes at about 5:05 per kilometre with a 1-minute jog recovery in between reps, and then a 10-minute cool down. So we're looking at about 8k, about 50 minutes-ish. Gonna get out of my session in about 20 minutes. I had a bagel this morning, I had a squares bar, and currently just sipping on the Lucozade just to make sure that I've got enough carbs in me. Probably take a gel during my warm-up as well. The weather, I haven't actually been outside since this morning, and this morning it was very cold. See, the sun is shining, but it looks like cold, if you know what I mean. I'm going to do my temperature check in a minute where I put my hand out the window. But it's dry, so that's the main thing. Because all of my sessions last week were all in the rain. Even my long run, that was depressing. But yeah, no, it looks good. Hopefully we'll have a good session.
So we're out. I'm like 8 minutes into my warm-up. I've got the same rib pain as yesterday, man. Like, literally right here. I don't get it. Like, I ate like well over like 2 hours ago. So I don't really understand. I'm gonna carry on and see if it gets unbearable. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. That is all hard reps done and dusted. I settled into them quite nicely, to be honest. It took me like 3 or 4 to get going. But then after that I was pushing on like 440s, 450s. I'll put all the splits here, but settled into it really, really nicely. Yeah. Right, so I've got about 2 minutes until my next meeting. Didn't have enough time to make eggs, so I've made a lovely yogurt bowl. And I'm going to eat this now, and then at like 3 o'clock, I'm going to make eggs and sourdough. So, yeah.
So it's about 4:30, right? And I'm just working away, and I'm a creature of darkness, so I always work with my blinds closed. But my girlfriend just messaged me to say that there's like a nice little sunset thing at her work. So I open my blinds. Like, it's cold outside, but look at this. Now, that's just a reminder that summer is back on the way, man. I can't wait. So it's now like 11 p.m. I basically just worked all day and I've been out all night. So, yeah, anyway, thought I would just do a little bit of a roundup, a little bit of a session roundup. So, session went very, very well. Took me a couple of reps to get into it, like I said earlier. But once I got into it, I was completely fine. And it felt comfortably hard. It was only obviously like 2 minutes, like 400 metre reps basically. But yeah, so tomorrow's Thursday, rest day completely. And then on Friday, work from home again. Because I've obviously got a 40-minute easy run to do, I think. So I'll either do that before work or I'll do that at lunch. Because obviously I'm working from home, so it doesn't really matter. But I can't do it after work because I am heading up to Manchester for the weekend with my girlfriend and her little brother, which will be lovely. I'm staying at her sister's house. So yeah, see you on Friday. Good afternoon, people. So it is Friday, the 30th of January. Today is easy run day. Haven't filmed anything since Wednesday. So yesterday was Thursday. It was a complete rest day. I actually went to the football in the evening, Villa versus Salzburg. We went 2-0 down and then scored 3 goals in about 15-20 minutes to make it 3-2 and win the game. So it was a pretty good game. But in terms of like where I am with my fitness and stuff, my legs are killing me. Like, literally killing me. My calves are so sore and tight. Obviously, I did an extra focused leg day on Wednesday and I focused mainly on my calves and they're just in agony. Like, I've been trying foam rolling, I've used my massage gun that I've had for a little bit, and just nothing seems to be like fixing them. I slept 8.5 hours last night and I still just feel awful. So got a 40-minute easy run to do today, I think, which I'm going to head out on in a minute. But it's just going to be really, really slow and painful because I'm in pain. And I am also in a pretty bad mood because for the people who watch my videos who may be like software engineers or working in tech, you will understand this. So yesterday, shut my computer down this morning, opened it up this morning, and my entire development IDE had corrupted, like the cache had cleared. meaning that I had to reset my VS Code whole IDE setup. I also then had to reinstall Next.js, and all of my dependencies were gone. And I've basically spent the last 3 hours doing all of that. Bear in mind that when I got given my laptop, I didn't do it myself, so I didn't really know what I was doing. So I had to learn it all this morning, and I've just had a really irritating morning, and I'm pretty frustrated. But it's fine because I managed to get it sorted. A little bit annoying because I had some stuff that I wanted to actually get done today because I've got meetings literally all of this afternoon. If I'm just looking at my calendar now, it's 12:22 right now, and I've got 2 meetings that actually overlap. One starts at 2 and one starts at 2:30, and then I've got one. So it's 2 till 4, 2:30 till 3:30, and then I've got 4 till 4:30, and then I'm leaving work early because I'm going away for the weekend. So it's just hectic, and I just don't have any time to do anything. But it's fine. We'll always find time to do everything that we want to do. But for now, 40-minute easy run to do. The weather is looking quite mediocre outside if I turn this around. It's nothing too special. It's cloudy. Probably cold. It's not raining. I'll tell you what, it was absolutely freezing at the football last night. I've been going to Villa Park for a long time, and that was probably the coldest, or one of the coldest nights that I've ever experienced at Villa Park. And I had layers on as well, so I was just absolutely freezing. Things we do for the football, eh? Anyways, let's get out for this easy run. No idea how it's going to go. Like I said, feeling very fatigued and very just tight. So we'll see.
So we are out. We're going to keep it so easy, zero effort at all, and just plod along for 40 minutes. This is one of those runs where I just can't wait for it to be over, to be honest. So I just went to Holland & Barrett to grab some gels because I was running low. And apparently they asked me for ID. 2 beta fuels and 2 normal orange SIS gels, and they asked me for ID. Since when was that a thing? They haven't even got caffeine in them either. If the woman who I always go to that same shop, and if she wasn't in there, then I would have got my gels, but that's so weird. I've never had that before. I'll tell you what though, I'm being absolutely weighed down. I've got these, got this pocket, and I've also taken off my base layer, so just being weighed down by everything I've brought out with me, because for some reason I thought it would be freezing, but it's literally boiling, so I'm now in shorts and t-shirt. So I took off my base layer, took off my gloves, and I've got gels to carry, so that is the 40-minute run all polished off. Felt very easy, felt very good actually. Calves feel very tight still. Lovely day for a run as well, Sun's shining. It's pretty humid, so shorts and t-shirt kind of weather. But yeah, gonna get back to the desk. Got an afternoon full of meetings, but nice and chill. So yeah.
Good evening, people. So it is Sunday, the 1st of February. Actually, I was going to say January, but no, it is February. It is currently 5:49 p.m. on Sunday, the 1st of February. So Sunday is long run day. However, like I just said, it's about 6 p.m. Now, it's pitch black. I've been at the football all day, pretty much. I slept 9 hours last night because I was absolutely knackered, because I did about 9 kilometres of walking around the Trafford Centre in Manchester. So I was absolutely spent. And then I drove home, 2 hours. So I was absolutely knackered. So I slept for 9 hours last night, woke up at 10 this morning, went to the football, and now I'm back. And we've got a 1 hour and 20 minute long run to do. So I'm pretty sure it's raining outside, so this is going to be the longest and most depressing hour and 20 minutes of my entire life. But gotta get it done. This will be the first long run in the dark, and hopefully the last. I'm going to go with the Eva SLs, but my beaten up pair for my long runs. And yeah, no idea if I'm going to get much, if anything, filmed, because it is pitch black outside, but we'll see. The number one thing that gets me out on these wet, late sessions is the fact that there is a nice warm shower waiting for me at home after. 20 minutes in, might speak too soon, but we're cruising. Feels nice and comfy, no tight calves, no shin splints, just smooth sailing. So yeah, cruising.
cruising. Just past 1 hour 20, just gonna round it up to 12k. And yeah, such a good run, man. Honestly, like, it's so odd because this run, there we go, there's 12k. This run, in the grand scheme of things, all I've eaten today is a bagel this morning, a pie at the football, and a squares bar before the run. And I've just felt so good. Like, it is so odd. Like, in terms of preparation, I'm so underprepared for this run, but I've absolutely smashed it, to be honest, so I'll take it.
So it's 8:38 p.m. and there is nothing I'd rather see at this time on a Sunday evening.
So, just like that, we are back at the desk and Sunday's long run is all polished off. I will be so honest, I had such a negative outlook for that run and I was expecting it to be absolute pure pain and suffering, but it was the complete opposite, which is really weird how this running game works, because like I said, I've eaten nothing of any substance today. I literally had a squares bar and like half an orange Lucozade pre-run, and that was it. And then 2 gels on the run. It was a smooth sailing run, all felt really good. And to be honest, I just whacked on a podcast and it was just absolutely smooth sailing. So, but yeah, that will bring us to the end of the week. So, week 5 of marathon training, all polished off. I think it was a 32 kilometre week in the end. A much needed deload week, because my legs were in bits literally all week, up until now, to be honest. Weirdly, I think that my day yesterday around the Trafford Centre did my legs good. Even though it hurt at the time, I think it would have been much worse just sitting around and doing nothing. But yeah, it was like active recovery, they say, because my calves feel fine now. Like, they feel completely fine. So yeah, a much needed deload week, but ready to build back next week. I think next week is another big week. It's back up to 37 kilometres, I think. I think the longer run is an hour and 45, hour and 50, but I might have to check that. But like I say, that brings us to the end of the week, brings us to the end of the video. If you have watched this far, thank you very much for watching. I've had a few messages this week actually about people like having my videos built into their sort of routine and things, which is absolutely like surreal to hear. It's just crazy to me that people like come home and sit and watch my videos. It's nice. I only do this as a way to document my progress and my training and give myself a sort of way of a bit of accountability. And the fact that people actually sit down and enjoy watching my weeks is sick. So if you're one of those people, thank you very much. This video goes out on probably Monday the 2nd of February. Hopefully this week, starting Monday 2nd of Feb, I will have a big announcement. Hopefully it can go out this week. I'm just sort of waiting for something to arrive. It's a very big announcement in the running space. It's a company that I've messaged before and they pointed me in the direction of their email monitoring person, and I never got a response. And about 6 months later, they've messaged me. So it's quite nice and surreal, and it's one of the top running brands in the country, I think, and in the sort of creator space as well. So very happy for that. Hopefully get to announce it very soon. So hopefully you'll hear about it in the next YouTube video or over on my TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, I'll put my TikTok here. I do post a lot more on TikTok, maybe 4 or 5 times a week. But yeah, if you've made it to this point in the video, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment. And I will catch you next week for week 6 of Manchester Marathon training. See you later.